Chapter 28. Fact: Nigerians are known for their love of parties and events. In 2012 alone, Nigerians spent over 59 million on champagne. Big Madam is doing big party on Sunday. She's been running mad with preparations for it, shouting every second, "Aduni, wash every corner in the downstairs toilet," she will say, pointing a fat hand with dancing flesh to the toilet door. "Use the new toothbrush I bought yesterday to scrub the grout before you bleach the bathroom tiles. Did you scrub the backyard fence like I asked you to? You did? Do it again. Scrub it until the cement sparkles like my mother's gravestones. Don't forget the mirrors in the dining room." Yesterday afternoon, a tall white van drove inside the compound. When I run outside to look who is inside it, all I see is one brown cow sitting inside the back of the van, licking the fly perching on his nose. I watched as Coffee dragged the cow down and tied a neck to the coconut tree in the backyard with a long rope. "This will be slaughtered for barbecue meat and beef stew on Sunday," Coffee said as he slapped the cow on his buttocks and laughed. "Why is Big Madam doing party preparation?" I asked Coffee this morning as I am sitting outside in the hot sun, washing the gold lace tablecloth. "It's the party tomorrow for Big Madam's birthday." "No," Coffee said. He is sitting on a bench beside me, picking beans in a tray. "The party on Sunday is for the Wellington Road Wives Association. Big Madam is the president of the group." "The what you say?" "The WRWA," Coffee say. "A bunch of middle-aged women who formed an association as an excuse to get dressed and get drunk. They say they are trying to raise funds, money to help the poor. All lies. They meet once a quarter and host in turns. Big Madam is hosting November's meeting." "It is not even party for birthday." "Psst," I hiss. "Scrub the cloth, dip it into soapy water and turn it around. So, just an ordinary meeting and they are just wasting money anyhow." The Book of Nigeria fact is telling me that Nigerians like to spend millions of money on parties, and I was thinking it is not true until I reached this Lagos. Is Wellington the name of a road? Wellington. Yes, Coffee say. There is no S anywhere in the word. This street is full of all sorts of people. Half of them are former military personnel, thieves who stole Nigeria's wealth and divorced their wives of youth to marry younger blood. The other half is made up of wealthy business people like Big Madam, high-flying executives and entertainers, some of whom cannot afford the lifestyle but fight to live it anyway. He picked up the beans tray, shake it so that the beans is jumping in the air and setting back on the tray with a rattle noise. As he is doing so, he is blowing the dirty among the beans into the air. Coffee set the tray down. 3 years ago, some idiot's wife thought it'd be a good idea to form an association just because they happen to live in one of the richest streets in Lagos. I see it as another excuse to throw a party. That's all these people do with their money. Throw parties and press dollars in each other's foreheads and chests like it is a form of medication. Do you know that the exchange rate is now 170 naira to $1? Shale. Unless Buhari becomes president next year, nothing can move this country forward. Nothing. I am not understanding why Coffee is always saying Nigerians are spending this and that, when him too, he is using the Nigerians' money to be building his house in his Ghana country. I see when the visitors of Big Madam give him money, how he will squeeze it tight and slide it inside his pocket with a big smile and a big thank you. Why didn't he refuse the money if it is thief money? He too is among the problem wrong with Nigeria. Coffee, coffee into his hand, wipe it on his white trouser. Big Madam goes to parties every weekend. She supplies fabric to half of Lagos and makes millions. Shale, look at the insects crawling from these beans. The bastards have drilled holes through the bag. What was I saying? Yes, the WRWA. They have about 10 to 15 members. It's always a competition. The last host won Caroline Banco, Big Madam's closest friend, the filthy rich housewife of an oil and gas businessman. She killed 3 goats for a party of 10 people, hired a celebrity private chef, an overpaid buffoon, and served wine older than my great grandfather. Is Big Daddy working a job? I ask, looking Coffee's fingers as he is cracking the shell of the beans. Big Madam is having a job. She is going to her shop every day, but not Big Daddy. Why? Big Daddy is a fool, Coffee say. He used to work in a bank. He authorized some loans for some of his friends, billions of naira. Of course, the friends did not pay back. Bank filed for bankruptcy. I mean, it closed completely about 2 years later. That was about, he strung his face and think, about 15 years ago or so back, long before I came here to work. I have always known him to be a colossal nuisance, spending Big Madam's money on women, naira bet and booze. Booze is what? Drink, Coffee say, beer, stout, alcohol. Champagne? Coffee laugh. Sham what? I see it in the book of Nigeria fact, I say. Nigerians are spending millions to buy it too. They spell it Champagne. Champagne. Coffee say. It is pronounced champagne. Oh yes. Big Madam and her friends pop bottles of those at events like it costs nothing. Is it like the ogogoro that we drink in the village, or the gin? I ask. If you are drinking it too much, it will make your eye to be looking like this. I twist my eye, move my eyes walls from left to right, and Coffee laugh again. You have been here for 3 months, he say after a moment. If I recall, you got here in August. What are you going to do about your salary? I squeeze soap from the tablecloth. I didn't sure yet, I say. I keep wanting to talk to Big Madam, but I am fearing she will beat me. Let's see what happens in a few more months. Coffee put the tray down, wipe his hands on his laps, then look over his shoulder as if checking to see if someone is coming. Then he dip his hand into the pocket of his trouser, bring out a folding newspaper. Take this, he say, Have a read and let me know what you think. I should read newspaper, I say, looking his hand. Why? Just read it, Coffee say, shyly. I had to find time to go to my former job at the embassy before I could get a hold of this edition of the National Oil newspaper for you. There's something in there I hope you can enter for. I shake the wet from my hand, pinch the newspaper with the tip of my finger, and shake it open. It is just one page, a tearing from a newspaper page with plenty writings on it. I should read the whole everything. Coffee sigh. Aduni, look at the heading to your left, above the obituary. I look it. Read out loud, slowly. Call for applications. Ocean oil. Secondary school. Scholarship. Shame for female domestic workers. Ocean Oil, Nigeria's foremost oil service company, in collaboration with Diamond Special School, invites female domestic workers aged between 12-15 to apply for its annual scholarship. Now in its seventh successful year, the scheme is dedicated to ensuring that bright, talented, and vulnerable Nigerian girls who are working in a domestic capacity are able to commence or complete their education. Mr. Ehi Odafe, chairman of Ocean Oil, initiated the SHIM scheme in the memory of his mother, Madam Ese Odafe, who worked as a maid in order to support her children through school. The scheme will cover tuition at the prestigious Diamond Special School for up to 8 years for 5 students, and where applicable, boarding fees and a reasonable sustenance for the duration of the scholarship. To qualify, applicants must be female, aged 12-15, and be working as a housemaid, cleaner, or in any domestic capacity. The submission must be accompanied by an essay of no more than 1,000 words from the prospective scholar, stating why they should be considered for the scheme, as well as a signed consent form from a guarantor and referee who must be a well-standing Nigerian citizen. Closing date for all applications is 19th December 2014, the list of successful scholars will be displayed in our offices in April 2015. Names will not be printed in any media outlet in order to protect identities. What is all of it meaning? I asked Coffee as I set the newspaper by my feet, press it down to keep it from flying in the wind. It is plenty English, but I see something about schooling. A chance to go to a school you won't have to pay for, Coffee say. They will give you a house to live into, all for free. The chairman of Ocean Oil was a friend of my former boss, an amazing guy. He always ensures his staff send details of the scheme to the embassy every year in case any one of us has children that might want to apply. I nod, not really believing everything Coffee is telling me. And all the things they're asking for, how can I send it to them? Abu took me to the Ocean Oil office on our way back from the market yesterday, Coffee say. I picked up the application form for you and kept it in my room. Aduni, this is your only chance at freedom. His voice is tight, nearly angry too. If you remain here, that bastard may harm you. We keep saying Rebecca left with her boyfriend, but who knows? Sometimes I wonder if that man had something to do with it. Aduni, I have a daughter like you in Ghana, and I cannot imagine. He shake his head. Forget that bastard. Think about your future. There is no future here for you. And from what you told me, none in Ikati either. This is all you have. But the time is short to be entering for it, I say. How about if I manage and be better in my English until next year? Then I. You can't delay it, Coffee say, nearly shouting. You are 14. The cut-off age is 15. You need to apply now. Are you afraid? Coffee asked. Because the Aduni I know will jump at this chance without thinking. I don't answer. I don't want him to know that I am very full of fear, that I've been wanting something like this for so long, and now that Coffee is telling me about this thing, I am afraid to enter for it, afraid to even think of how to enter. Listen, I know it is scary. You will need to write a compelling, a very good essay to be selected. But you are right. It is very competitive and very selective. But one thing I am sure of is this: you can do it. You think? I asked. I know you can, he shrugged. But I won't force you to apply for it. It is up to you, Shale. I have done my best. Once my house in Kumasi is complete, I am out of here. I blink back my tears. How can I make my English better and write an essay all before December? What is an essay anyway? A story. In this case, about yourself, Coffee say. Did you ever do composition in primary school? I know composition, I say as I pull the newspaper from my feet, fold it and keep it inside my brassiere. I've been knowing it since when teacher teach me in Ikati. Chalet, Coffee say. You can nail this thing. Just try it. We just need to find someone who can stand as a reference and guarantor for you because I can't. I am not a Nigerian citizen and I am not sure my position as a chef, as important as I believe it is to the survival of humans, will help you. Big Madam or Big Daddy are out of the question. I have a few Nigerian friends I can ask to help, but they need to meet you first. That will be difficult, but not impossible. I am just concerned that we don't have a lot of time. The deadline is just over a month. I hear everything Coffee is saying, and I see how much he is wanting me to enter this scholarship. And I swear, I want to enter it with all my life, but I didn't sure I can enter it or even be writing any essay or be finding someone to be referencing me all before December. But why do you keep calling me Shale all the time, Coffee? I ask, wanting to change my focus from the whole essay thing. Are you always forgetting that Aduni is my name? Shale is one way of saying friend in my language. I am your friend, I ask, smiling. Coffee sometimes is kind to me, like today, but many times he is just doing as if he didn't know me. Sometimes, if I greet him in the morning, he will not give answers, and other times, he will talk to me and give me food. Me too. I am your friend, I say. Thank you very much for the scholarship thing. I am going to soak the beans. He stands to his feet, pick the beans tray. You've washed that tablecloth enough. It is going into the washing machine anyway. Leave it and go find something else to do. When I enter my room at night, I sit on the edge of my bed, pull the newspaper up from my brassiere. I've been trying to push that thing to the far back of my mind since Coffee tell me about it, but I keep thinking of it. Keep thinking, what if? What if I enter and they pick me and I am going to school? I write the newspaper on the bed, use my hand to straighten it, and thin my eyes to read the whole thing with the moon lighting from the window. Big Madam sometimes don't like us to be owning the light at night, but it is too dark to read. So I stand to my feet, go the window and try to pull the curtain so I can be having more light. But inside the space between the metal gate and the window, there be a string of something shining. I peep it well, confused. It looks like beads, a long, elastic string of it. Who owns the beads? I hold my breath and pull, and it make a shriek sound until it curl up in my palm like a small snake. I hold it up. What is this? It seemed too big to be a neck chain. The colors of each bead, the yellow, green, black, and red, make me think of Ikati, of some of the girls in the river that are wearing beads on their waist, and when they are dancing and playing, the beads will be making a clapping sound. I was wanting beads when I was small, but my mama say she don't like them, so I don't ever be wearing them. Who owns these waist beads? I keep looking it, swinging it in my hand, and with each swing, I see that for every four beads in the thread, there is a red one, the red of Agan village. a kind of red that is orange under the moonlight and blood red under the dark. Was it belonging to Rebecca? Was she from Agan village? And why did she off her beads and hang it on the window metal gate? I confuse even more. All the girls that are wearing beads in the village don't be ever offing it from their waist. Never. They wear it from when they are like 3 years of age and don't ever off it. Rebecca, I whispered to the night air. If you run away with your boyfriend like Coffee say, why did you not take your beads with you? Why did you off it? There is no answer to my question. No any sound at all, except of the generator humming outside. So I turned back, put the beads under my pillow, and climbed my bed, with a newspaper folding in my hands. I tried to sleep, but I feel heavy, cold. Something evil happened to Rebecca. I know it. Feel it inside of me, curling around my bones like the waist beads under my pillow. I hold tight the newspaper, crunch it in my hands. December is not far. If I can try to make better my English, find a reference, and enter the scholarship, maybe I can free myself from this place, from the evil of it. But who in the evil of this big house will help me? End of chapter 28.